Hello and welcome to another update video about Doge. On the Dogecoin chart, still going according to plan. You could say we haven't broken above resistance at the moment. It still can do, but at the moment this looks just like a three-wave structure as we had it many times before with Doge. So at the moment, it's just a rally into resistance. We highlighted that resistance area in the previous videos. It didn't even break above that ascending wedge pattern, really, at least not yet. So in my opinion, this is still a valid wedge pattern. It tried to break below it though, briefly. We might need to readjust the trend line here a little bit. It starts to look actually more like a trend channel or even an ascending broadening wedge, but it's sort of a price channel that is not even broken to the upside. For me, this still looks like a three-wave structure at the moment, which could turn into 5 waves, but there's a lot of work to do. So either way, as long as we are below resistance, we don't even need to talk about a new uptrend. For me, this is still an ending diagonal, which is unfolding here. The C wave to the downside, as explained before, it's, in my opinion, we're dealing either with a 1-2-1-2 setup, then a third wave down, a fourth wave, and a fifth, which would complete a larger third wave. Then there will be another fourth and a fifth, and I think that will be decided today, wave 1 actually did sit here. Okay, wave 2 did sit here. That would have an impact on resistance levels and would allow for deeper pullbacks, because then we would be dealing with a diagonal structure in this C wave here. But as I said to you before, that really doesn't make a difference in the short term, as long as we don't really see a sustained break outside of this descending wedge pattern, this huge descending wedge pattern that actually started, you could say, in April. Yeah, you know, that there isn't really a high likelihood in the trend changing. This would be actually the first step that's needed to start to change the trend, an impulse above the descending wedge pattern's upper boundary line. So for now, it's just rallying into resistance. Resistance is 7 cents, the golden ratio. And at the moment, further lower prices are still likely. How would a bullish wave count look like? I mean, let's assume, I find that unlikely at this stage, but let's assume a low is already in. Then this would be a 1-2 setup, okay? And we would now need to see some kind of an impulse forming. Ooh, very weak for that. An impulse would look as follows. So this would have to be a wave 1 here. This would have to be a wave 2, and then this would be some kind of a third wave, then a fourth and a fifth. Let me change the wave degree and we talk about potential targets that need to be reached to believe that something more bullish is going on. So the third wave, yellow wave 3, would need to reach at a minimum the 1.618 extension, so 7.4 cents. But that would still only be a 3-wave move, so I need to see 4 and then 5. So it would go into the region most likely between 8 and 8.5 cents somewhere. That's what we need to see 5 waves up. Honestly, if we have 5 waves up, I will start to buy pullbacks. But we haven't got that at this stage. All rallies have been 3-wave structures so far here. Very open to the idea we could have bottomed, but it's rather, I don't want to say unlikely, but it's not preferred at this stage because of the unclear bottoming structure that we've had. And so far, it's been the right decision not to confirm any low here prematurely on the Doge chart. I mean, this small rally doesn't look any different from any of those other corrective rallies we had. Yeah, surely you can always get a bit of a pump. And surely, you know, we can focus on higher against today's swing low, but we're now in resistance and we haven't got any kind of impulse to the upside or 5-wave move. So for me, the tendency remains on lower. If we break above 6.9 cents, then I think we hit the trend line here, the descending trend line. And if we break above that, yeah. And if it's a 5-wave move, then we can talk. And then it would have impressed me. Okay, that's my update about Doge. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.